because of traffic and all that stuff there. So, and that's about pretty much about it. Because I worked a little bit of far distance there, and plus the road that I often take to get back home is under construction at the moment there, and plus my computer is kind of slow, so as you could see, it takes a long while to get the OBS running, the Skype running, and the YouTube studio page going up there, because I have one of those old ass computers there. So, good evening, everybody. It's me and Prince Ido here tonight, and we're just hanging out here, on a late Saturday evening here. We Prince Ido called me earlier before I got off of work. He wanted to discuss a lot of things regarding Tony from up the rear there, and plus the other situations with Bullfrog and everything else there. Now we met last night, a previous night on the Farmhouse Network's late Friday night fire there. And he told the situation how he was let go from Seanzview Entertainment. And
Yes.
yes, it was really upsetting. Is that I'm sorry, Prince Sato had nothing to do with that bullshit there. It was all basically Bullfrog, YR, SC Steve, and Tony from the rear. I mean, it was those guys causing all that trouble. And with those kind of guys, there was going to be a lot of trolls coming in, that they often advocate for. There's a lot of trolling that goes on in their chats when they go live on their channels there, especially YR and especially Bullfrogs there. Now, Bullfrog, who has not done a live stream on his so-called channel in God knows how long, he
Mm,
often,
mm.
yeah.
He was actually live today. I was actually on there,
Oh, really?
and
There.
the issue that I'm not trying to bash you, Bullfrog. If you're watching, I'm not trying to bash you. The issue is because we talk, me and Bullfrog. The issue is we're cool, me and
Yeah.
Bullfrog. The issue with Bullfrog is if you're gonna go live on your channel, just don't slander anyone's name. And that's what Dave Rose was trying to explain to him. You can do your own thing and you can do your own channel, but don't have certain guests come to your channel and bring my name up, and don't sit there and add your sauce into the pot of you bashing my name. Like, just because you don't say my name doesn't mean you have other guests come on your show and slander my name, and then you also add the sauce, add your input on my name as well.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that Dave Rose was telling him. Just keep my name out your mouth. Keep guests off your show that I have a problem with. Just don't put yourself in a situation where you have a guest on your show who don't like me, and all they want to do is slander my name, because basically the people that are talking about Dave Rose, they don't have a platform of their own, so they like to go on other people's platforms just so they can get their voice heard, just so they can bash his name.
Yeah.
Now, I have never bashed Dave Rose's name. I think Dave Rose is a pretty cool guy.
He
I
is
learned a lot from
absolutely.
him.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from Foulmouth Ken. And like I said, I'm only 25, and I don't want beef with anyone. So that's why I don't say shit about anyone, because I don't want beef, because I don't know a lot of people. But
Yeah.
with Bullfrog, his thing is he likes to go to other people's channel. And the reason why I guess he got banned, I don't know his history, but the reason, what he told me is he's banned from it. I said, I started to think, I did my own research. I said, Bullfrog, I think you're banned because you have beef with a lot of people. You have beef with a lot of people because maybe you say a lot of bad things
Oh,
about these
he
people.
does. He does.
And
He
you
remember.
can't do that. You can't do that. I said, you see me going to a lot of people's channels because, I talk with people. I don't slander anyone's name. I don't want to slander anyone's name. I just want to shoot the breeze of pro wrestling or whatever, or music or whatever. I don't care. I just want to have fun talking whatever. And I said, Bullfrog, even I have a nasty background, because a lot of people think, just because I think people got my words mixed up. Some people have mixed my words. Some people in this community have mixed my words up, and that's okay. That's okay. Let them mix my words up, because sometimes what I learned is sometimes bad criticism can also turn into good criticism once you speak out, once you start speaking out the truth. The truth is, to be honest, Doc,
Yeah.
I did say with my own words, I am a troll. But I didn't say a troll to Seanzview. I said it on someone else's channel. I said, here's what I said. when I'm trolling you. I didn't say, I did not say, a lot of people want to clip this. They're thinking I said, oh, I'm a troll to Seanzview. I never said I was a troll to Seanzview. All I said is people know when I'm trolling them or people know when I'm trolling you. But I
Yeah.
don't mean troll as, oh, I'm going to troll him to take his channel down. That's what people are saying. Oh, they're thinking troll as a bad guy. I say trolling as in like I'm adding a lot of spoilers. I'm always doing this. I'm always doing that. I'm always twisting the
Kind of like
narrative.
a
But I'm not.
vigilante troll in a way.
Yes, hype man troll, hype man.
Ah,
But I'm
yeah,
not.
I see.
I'm not a troll to be taking down people's channel. And I think that's what Sean,
Kind of
you know,
thought.
yeah, he thought I was trolling to take his channel down. I said no, I'm a troll as in like, you know, stirring up the pot in a funny way. A lot of people think, oh, he's stirring up the pot in a bad way. He's a troll. He's fake. He's a flip flop. No, I'm not. I really am not.
I think that that misconception comes along because we had so many trolls and chats, programs, the starting up shit like YR, for example. He's considered one of the biggest trolls within this community. He's had multiple YouTube accounts coming in as this name, that name, like Jim Cornette, Rebby Hardy here, cause trying to stir up shit, saying autistic people are they that stupid, this and that there, He's been condemned by Joe Cronin, found out Ken there. I was at war with him a couple times in the past there. And of course, we eventually would end up doing shows together last year during the pandemic, a heavy metal show there. But I guess the idea is that, when you think of troll nowadays, I think of someone that's going to start shit. Like say if you go on a conservative website where they post conservative news items for the right wing, some left wing trolls going to come out there and post a new picture of a girl fingering herself or putting a dildo up her cooch and twat there because they're just to start some shit. That's a definition of a troll.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the name the way you try to troll is kind of like gets a bad rep because people presume you that kind of a troll, for example.
Yes. And I'm
Yeah.
not that. I troll to be funny, like to be a jerk. And I'll
Yeah.
admit I am a
To
jerk.
be funny, yeah.
But they thought, oh, he's a troll to take down people's channels because he wants to see people suffer. He's a troll to like destroy and kill people's lives. And
Yeah.
everyone knows I'm not like that. Come on, y'all.
That's true.
You know
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. No, now, while I was at the last few minutes of my work there, Prince Ido contacted me, talking about his issue with Tony from Revere. Now, as you know, Seanzview fired everybody, including Prince Ido, Bullfrog,
Yes.
YR, SC Steve, but he was considering keeping Tony from Revere on the show. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up
Like,
here.
I didn't
Because,
like.
I
That's
didn't
my.
care. I didn't care
That's
for it either.
I didn't like that. I don't like.
Because Tony, I don't think is
Then
much
when
into
I was,
pro
he
wrestling.
didn't say everything. Here's the thing, Doc. He's mad at me because he didn't even tell me everything. Oh, everything we talk about has to be private. If you didn't say it has to be private, then I'm not going to take it as being private. So don't be mad at me that I shared our conversations with C-Man and Dave Rose. Because at the end of the day, I've been told you're the most sneakiest bastard in the community. I don't like you, Tony Rivera, because you called me a little shit, and I'm really holding a grudge on that. I don't care if this video gets leaked out to you. I want you to know I don't like you, dude. I don't like you.
Right.
And you, sir, you, Mr. Tony from Rivera, you, here's what you lack. I'm going to give it to you right here, right now.
Go right
You
ahead, because I agree with you on this.
You lack being charismatic. You lack being original. You lack being funny. You're not funny. You need a keyboard and a microphone changer to make yourself seem funny. And stop with the psychedelic bullshit. That is dead. You're not Jim Morrison. You're not John Morrison. Get over yourself, dude.
He's not
Stop wearing
Grateful
stupid
Dead either.
sunglasses indoors. You look like a fucking blind macho man playing the keyboard.
That's one of the things I always wondered about him. He was always behind the keyboard. He's trying to pretend he's this super duper hippy dippy type of guy, and it's like you go to his Twitter feed, always got his psychedelic tie-dye posters, tie-dye T-shirts. He's wearing a bandana. He's got these girly girl glasses that are
It is.
dark blue, and he's just like, he's. When I first heard of him, he was on Joe Cronin's Monetize This a few times. Then he departs from that show and he joins the YR program, playing, reviewing Joe Cronin's content, and criticizing it with that stupid voice changer, which, by the way, needs its battery changed. And then, after a long while, he leaves the YR program, in which he eventually gets fired because he goes back to Joe Cronin, and everybody from Nikki J to Danny MT call in, cussing his ass out, saying how dare he comes back to Joe after criticizing him on the YR show here and there. And just, and now he came back to YR to do some more shows, but the persona that he gives us is like, oh, come on, give us a break, And plus, it's like now he's a part of the Seanzview program, but yet we have yet to hear him talk about anything pro wrestling.
Exactly. Even though he claims he takes notes.
Yeah, right. Well, we have yet to see it. And here's something else. I got to bring this up there. I was in C-Man's chat when he was discussing this fool, and he said, no, Dr. Earl, okay?
My God, his beef with C-Man is just ridiculous.
I know, man. I know.
C-Man hates passion.
I know, yeah, because I heard him call in on Dave's program a couple of times. Go, hey, what a bitch, Tony. What's up, Tony? A little bitch there. Because here's one thing, my issue with him. During one of YR's programs, and I made a video about this, talking about this issue here, he was like saying some stuff, and he said, P-Do, and he mentioned my name along with it. Well, you know that I'm not. Now, I think the reason why he did that is because a couple years back, Joe Cronin asked me to do a little skit for his program, Monetize This. It was supposed to be for every Friday. I go to a certain mall, ask people a random bunch of questions that Joe would send me. Now, I was not able to find anybody for almost more than an hour. And I finally found these two gals. They were over 18. And I asked them some of the questions there that I was to ask. And they were not explicit. They were more like, who's your idol? Like if you were the mayor of this particular city, what would you do? Those kind of questions there, And people, I guess, people like Scott McKinnon, who's a total douchebag, and I guess Revere kind of figured, he likes to talk to young girls there, which is not true at all there.
The only thing he likes to do, bro, is when you try to call him out on his bullshit, all the thing he's going to do is deflect it, because he's not enough to face off against people that call him out on his bullshit. I'm letting you know, Tony, now. You thought you had a problem with C-Man? Well, let me tell you something. Sorry, C-Man. There's a new streak in town. I'm going to be on your ass day and night, Tony. Breaking news on Seanzview. I'm going to be on your ass now. You started this problem. You're going to sit there and call me a little shit and say, oh, don't mess with me, or we're going to have a real problem. Oh, we have a problem now. And the problem is I'm going to start a streak on burying your ass. You thought you got buried by C-Man? No. I'm going to bury you worse than C-Man. You fucked with the wrong one, bitch.
Yeah, I know. Yes. And by the way, here's something else. According to C-Man, I'm considered bottom of the barrel. But yet, however, we have yet to see Tony have any vlogs on his channel, let alone a channel his own self. We have yet to see him put any musical talents into use here, other than the same old Bruce Hornsby cover that he often does at times, or the same old. We have yet to see him. Yeah.
Doc, to be honest, that's probably the only instrument he knows how to play, the keyboard. Now, me, I know how to play the piano. I also know how to play the drums. I also know how to play the guitar. I'm very well talented in playing the guitar, drums, and piano.
Nice.
He knows probably one instrument. I'm only 25, and I already know how to play the drums, the guitar, and the keyboard.
There you go. Yeah. Nice. I'm a guitar player myself.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
I've done many videos of me doing some cool ass solos. I did a thing with YR on our program one time where he sang and I played guitar. I mean, you can ask Foulmouth Ken about that. because we did it one time on our show last year. We did our cover of Judas Priest's "Victim of Changes" there, which was pretty good there.
You know who else is a talented musician
Who?
and a great friend of mine?
Who?
C-Man played a good. He can play the drums. C-Man can play
Nice.
the drums.
Really?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I know Ken said that he could play, but played the drums a little bit there. I guess.
A lot of people think. I just want to clear the narrative right now. A lot of people think, oh, C-Man hates me. He actually said live on the air, he doesn't hate me. He thinks I'm an okay guy, and I think he's an okay guy too. A
Yeah.
lot of people think, oh, he's bashing you. He likes to bash you, and he doesn't bash me. Well, the thing is, and when he bashes me, at least he bashes me like a real man to my face and don't do it behind my back.
Yeah.
You know, and I admire him for that. At least he was being honest with me. A lot of people don't want to be honest. Tony from Revere, you'll probably bash me like the little bitch you are behind my back. You will never call me up man to man and bash me. So if you want to bash me, we can call up the Dave Rose Diner just so you can do that. But you're not going to do that because you want to be a little bitch and have someone text me. Oh, this is what Tony said. This is what Tony said. Or better yet, you're going to text me and I'm going to have to screenshot everything because you're a little bitch. You won't get on the air and actually bash me because you already know I'll bash you 10 times hard, you little bitch.
Yeah, I know because the
He's mad.
guy, he's a clout
Here's
chaser.
about him, Doc. Here's something I learned about him.
Yeah.
He hates me because I'm becoming a light guy. Whether you like me or not, everyone says Prince is not an asshole. There's no rumors about, oh, you got to watch out for Prince. He's sneaky. He's this. He's that. I'm only going to be sneaky when you attack me. I'm only going to stay on your ass when you attack me. And he went there and threatened me. And he's probably threatened a lot of other people. But he threatened me. He said, dude, I'm going to say it again, and I quote, in his words, in his text, we're going to, if you don't stop lying and spreading rumors about me, we're going to have a problem, you little bitch. I said, that's, to me, that's a threat. That's a
Yeah,
threat.
exactly. Yeah.
What type of problem are we going to have? So you, sir, you, Mr. Tony Revere, opened up Pandora's door. Hello, Prince is knocking on your door. Ding dong, hello. Prince
Precisely.
is knocking on your door because you started this argument. If you had never texted me what you text me, call me a little shit, we wouldn't be doing this right now. So you started this fight, and I'm letting you know now. I'm going to come for your head. That's all I'm doing. I'm coming for your head.
Yeah. Here's the, the guy. The guy's a clout chaser. I mean, like, Ken proved it on when he proved it on Dave's Diner number 32, where everybody just called in with Bullfrog got on there. The reason he was helping with Bullfrog with his OBS, and of course Bullfrog got fucked up as always. It was because he could jump on board Bullfrog's program there. He has a neck of trying to join this show, trying to jump on this show, trying to jump on that show. The same thing with Bullfrog. Now, Bullfrog has been banned from Joe Cronin, Foulmouth's Network, and now he's been banned from Seanzview. He's not allowed on my channel anymore because of that whole bullshit that happened last year when he went after two of my guests, Bobby and Kevin, who called in the previous week before because they agreed with what I was talking about on certain subjects there. And like on my channel, I told you about this episode. It's called Dark Side of the Pantry. I have a part 1 and part 2. I have the full episode re-uploaded there. Definitely check that out. See how Bullfrog acted during that whole show. You see how everybody was trying to get messages through to his head, but yet he won't absorb it. He doesn't want to listen. He believes that he is above everybody else. He believes he is a god. He says many times that he is the greatest entertainer in this community. He's ultra arrogant. And that's going to piss everybody else off but yet if he's so good and talented, how come all he does is sit on his couch and look at the camera, look dumb as fuck? He doesn't, he doesn't have an OBS. He can't run it.
My promise to him is, I'm gonna even. I said my promise to him is, as long as you don't say anything about other people and everyone on the show, I said, Bullfrog, I'm willing to work with you because I know me and him can gel, like we can gel, like we can jam. Gel. I said, dude, I'm willing to work with you, dude. That's my promise to you. I'm gonna keep my promises. I'm a man that keeps my promises. A lot of people think I'm not loyal, but I am loyal. It's just that when you try to put me down like I'm a dying dog, aka Seanzview, you want to put me down like I'm a dying dog. And the relationship between me and Sean was pretty good. It's a pretty good relationship, But he wants to just kick me out like I'm a dying dog. And I was on your show way before these guys came in.
Yeah,
But
he
you want
was
to?
there since 2009. You said last night.
No, I've been watching him since 2009.
Ah, I see there. I was wrong.
Yeah, I've been watching him since 2009. It's just I don't understand why he would do that to me. I've been very loyal to him, you
I
know.
know. I know. I'm thinking possibly it may have been one of those last minute decisions that probably just one of those sudden
Yeah,
decisions that pop out the last minute. Like say if a parent is having up with this kid or that kid acting up, they're gonna probably say, "Fuck it, all you guys are punished. I'm gonna whip all of you, even the ones who wasn't causing any disturbance."
yeah,
Something like that. When you think about it there. So I'm thinking possibly probably in a few weeks, Sean will probably realize, hey, I got rid of something good there, but we'll have to wait and see. And after a few weeks, if he really his head comes to and to realize, he got lost out on a good thing there. And plus, I don't think Sean was really prepared for what Bullfrog, SC, YR, and Tony was going to bring to the table there because these guys have been known to bring lots of chaos into wherever they go there.
yeah,
And I think Sean was not really prepared for all that. I don't think he really knew what he was getting into when he allowed those cats on to that show there. Especially
yeah,
when Bullfrog, going off on you saying, "I was here first. I was here first." I mean, I saw that clip there,
yeah,
and then Sean stepping away and let you guys hash it out instead of stepping up and saying, "Hey, you guys, calm down, keep it cool. Talk like grown men." It's
yeah.
like, does he do that a lot? Just leave, just step away a lot of times on his shows.
Yeah, he takes a break, takes a long break.
Yeah.
I understand if you're gonna take a break, but don't leave us on there to argue. Like don't do that. Don't do that because it's just gonna make viewers get bored and leave. And I said you want to keep your viewers. You don't want to make viewers leave because they see two grown men arguing about who's here first. I had to say that because I'm just tired of us talking over each other. When anytime we're on the StreamYard, I'm like, why do we have to talk over each other? Like let everyone have their turn to talk.
But Bullfrogs are men known to interrupt people or talk over people. In fact, Ken wanted to call him Bulldozer because he likes to bulldozer everybody that's speaking there.
Yeah. Yeah, and Sean needs to work on the commercials, like especially when we're talking a good conversation, he'll just pop up a commercial out of nowhere when the
I
conversation.
know, Don. They like subscribe to Seanzview. I've heard that a few times there. Does that happen a lot on this program?
Yeah, I don't think he has any control over that. Actually, I think that just has a timer on it to where it just goes off and then it just
He
comes in.
needs to work on that because that gets annoying after a while there, I'll say there.
Now, Sean, I'm not trying to bash your show. I actually want to talk to you man to man, but you won't even give me that chance. You won't even give me that chance to talk to you like a man and try to fix things. And I already told you a million times. Yes, I'm guilty for what I said. At least I'm being a man and owning up to it. I actually said yes. I'm a troll. I'm here. I am saying it again. Yeah, I said what I said, but you're not even giving me a chance to hear my side of the story. You're just accusing me of, oh, he says he's a troll and he's gonna. Did I literally say I'm gonna take down your channel? No. All I said is I'm a troll, but I didn't say a troll to what? Now did I?
No,
Did I
you
say I
didn't.
was gonna troll you? Did I say personally I'm gonna troll your channel and take down your channel? Now you know damn well, Sean, as well as you know me, you know damn well, I would never do that to you. Never do that to you. I would never. I love being on your channel and I love the platform you're giving me. I even said your channel was my home. I feel like home. It was an
Yeah.
outlet for me to do whatever I want. And you took my voice. You took my light from me, and I don't like it. So now I'm bitter about it because you took something that was a really great friendship and a great thing for your show.
Yeah, and I feel for you, man. That was very wrong of him to do that to you. I mean, like, that's totally surprising. I think in the long run that those repercussions are going to come back to haunt him when he finds out what a creep ass that Tony is.
It's coming back to haunt them now. Because look at me now. Now I'm breaking out on my own, and I'm talking out on my own. I don't need anyone's help.
Yeah.
I don't need anyone's help. Now I'm just doing things on my own.
Yeah, also involved with other programs. Foul Mouse, my channel there, and I guess a whole bunch of others. Dave's channel is just as well.
Kid, he's gonna find out he's a really talented kid.
Hmm.
who doesn't need anyone's help. He's going to just do his own thing.
Yep, it's true. Gosh, man, I
Just
know
don't good ones. You know, Doc. You don't get rid of the good ones, especially the ones that can really
exactly.
grow. You don't get rid of the good ones.
Yeah, that's true. You got to get rid of the good ones. So when me and YR were doing our show together, last year called Metal Maniacs, people were giving me praise because I knew a lot about the music industry and what was going on there. Because of all the stories I read on the MTV, all the magazines I used to hear about, all the radio interviews I used to listen to as a teenager there. So I keep all that stuff in my memory there, and I used to allow that to come onto that show there. I mean, like when you look at it, but however, YR, being the idiot that he was, he would, bring in this person, he'd bring in that person, he would bring in SC to say, fuck Joe Cronin, fuck him, we're working with Joe Cronin there, because SCC cannot stand Joe Cronin. He would bring on Scott McKinnon, he would bring on this person or that person there. One time we were supposed to do a special on Black Sabbath, but yet the focus was on YR talking to this guy named Keith Rabarber. And so that episode, I was very disgruntled after that episode because and I told him a couple of days later. I said next time when we'll do a special on someone, we keep on that particular subject. You know, that's being an idiot right there. And as a result of that, that show got 14 plus dislikes because we didn't stay on the topic that we're supposed to discuss, which was of course Black Sabbath. But then
Mhm.
again, YR has been known to do that. He's been often to stray on from this subject onto that particular subject, onto this and to that, and finally, the last straw was when he brought in Scott McKinnon, who was feeling somewhat remorseful for what he said about Ken's wife and kids on the weekend before. And he was saying things like, "Don't worry, Scott, you have a friend with me and Keith. If you have a friend with Simo, and you're friend with Dr. Earl there, right, Dr. Earl?" And I just signed out. I just left the show right then and there because I didn't want to speak to Scott after the shit he said the weekend before there because he has said some very foul shit that I don't think I want to repeat there. You have to ask Mars Mira and Fama Ken what he said there because I will not repeat it because ugh. Since that,
Yeah.
Scott has not been on my channel ever since. I have not had any contact with him, period, yeah. Because Scott McKinnon is bad news, bottom line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
So let's dive into on your show. Let's dive into the I'll say the dessert of the show. We're gonna talk about what we've been trying to talk about. So
yeah,
now that we've covered all the drama,
yep.
ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna dive into the music part of the channel, the music part. Now,
No,
me, I'll tell you my taste for music. I like a little bit of the classic rock. I like a little bit of the Pink Floyd, and
yeah, yeah.
so I like a little bit of Lenny Kravitz. I like the Beatles. I like
Oh, yeah.
classical music. I like classical music that really soothes me, keeps me calm, and stuff like that. So
Nice.
that's
I
my
know.
take. I
Yeah,
love
as
Jimi
you,
Hendrix. I love Jimi Hendrix.
oh,
I
yeah,
love
who doesn't love Jimi Hendrix? He was one of the reasons I started playing guitar along with Eddie Van Halen and Robert Fripp and Tony Iommi of Black Sabbath.
and that's when it really inspires me. Guys like Jimi Hendrix, Prince, who's a great guitar player, Carlos Santana. I love Carlos Santana.
Oh, yeah.
And Slash, I love Slash from Guns N' Roses. He's another great guitar player. I love Joe Perry from Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Yes, he's a great another guitar player. So I look up to a lot of great guitar players. So
Oh, yeah.
I like to learn from them. I like to learn from them.
Oh,
And
yeah,
what is
definitely.
Eddie Van Halen? Is his name? Was a great
Yeah,
guitar player as well.
yeah, he was, yes. And I remember YR was really shook it up, but when everyone was shook it up when he passed away last October there, we were like, holy shit, dude, that's a complete shock to us. But then again, he was going through lots of cancer issues there.
Hmm.
It started with the throat cancer and everywhere else. I guess it was spread to his body there. Good reminder not to be a chain smoker.
Yes.
Because he was a heavy smoker along with Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead.
Mhm.
So as I mentioned, I invited Prince Idol here to our show, Arknoy and
You,
the Doctor. Go ahead.
you just said my name, but you didn't realize where my name comes from. It comes
Mm,
from the artist Prince
yep.
and the artist Billy Idol. I just put the two names
I
together.
see. Nice. I kind of figured the Prince would have reference to the Prince there. You know, because I know a lot of people were presuming that the name Prince Idol was kind of like a take on a new Prince version of American Idol. Audition to be the new Prince. You could
No,
go on tour
it's
with the members of the Revolution. I know
it's
it is,
really it's really the singer Prince and
and
the
Billy
singer
Idol.
combined, because those are my two favorite
Nice.
singers.
That's cool. Kind of like Marilyn Manson. He combined Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson for his name there.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, as I mentioned,
Oh, not to
go ahead.
interrupt you, I like to tell people. They said, "Where'd you get your name from?" It's like Purple Rain meets Rebel Yell.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I was going to mention Arknoy and a doctor that me and Arknoy Strokabine, who also lives in Texas, and Prince, by the way, lives in Fort Worth, Texas. There, who, as he mentioned earlier on the phone call before I got off of work, he moved here about a year ago here from the ATL area.
Yep.
And how you like it living in Texas now that you moved?
It's all right. It's all right.
Me, I have no. I'm glad I moved here because Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, I was on the downside when I left there. There was hardly any work. There was hardly any business picking up. I mean, I was unemployed for a year and a half before I got involved with that freaking temp service. I had no car. I was getting to where I had to go to on a bike, even in the freezing cold winter for the past 7 years. So I was like, fuck Michigan. I decided when my sister and brother-in-law invited me to come down here and live with them, and I told you know what, I'm going to do it. And I fuck Michigan. Michigan did not treat me with respect. I tried my best to be a law-abiding citizen, but I kept getting fucked over left and right. So fuck it. So I moved here into Texas, where A, the weather is a lot more better during the winter time, and B, the economic was a lot better there just as well. I mean, and plus, the scene is a lot more interesting than what it was in Detroit there.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now, I've yet to go back to Numbers nightclub, in Houston until I have to get a car on my own. So it's going to be a while before I start doing that because I love going to that place there.
The two places that I like to hang out at, and I think it shocked Dave Rose. I think I told him. I said I love since he's from Canada. I said I love being in Toronto. I visit Toronto many of times. I love being in Toronto. I love being in New York, and I love being in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Those are my favorite places to be: Toronto, New York, and Minneapolis. I
Oh,
just
man.
love.
I used to go to both, Sarnia and Windsor, Ontario, a lot of times up until about 2003 there. I mean, like, those places were like my backyards, especially Windsor, because to me, it was like a different world there. It's like, an interesting world out there where uh, it's like kind of like what it states, but a different bit of twist there when you think about it. There, of course, obviously because it's a different country. Now, I often went there a few times because I was often a co-host of a Saturday afternoon radio show from the University of Windsor that didn't have that much listening audience because the signal was not that good there. So you had to listen in from the very close when you're close to the Ambassador Bridge or the underwater bridge there to get to Windsor and back. So you had to be close to those areas to listen in fully, you know. But when you were in Roseville, where I was living at that time, it was kind of hard to hear it. You could hear a little bit, but there'd be lots of static there.
Mhm.
So I used to about often co-host of that program. The program was called Mind Over Acid, and it was co-host was of me, Tim Edwards. Shout out to him who still lives there, and a guy named Russ, who we often called Grub a few times. We had a lot of people coming in, the guests coming in here and there. It was a pretty good show. It lasted up until about 1999, when some things happened, and this and that. I can't really go into details there, but I kind of miss those days. Like, I would often go to a Windsor club called the Coach and Horses, the Loop, a place called Rum Runners to see an Aussie tribute band called Crazy Babies play there.
Dude,
It's
what? I never been. I always wanted to go. what's California like the clubs that like Motley Crue, like the tribute, what is it called, the Troubadour, the
Tr-
Rainbow, the
Troubadour, yeah, the Whiskey a Go Go there.
I
Uh,
always wanted to go there. I always wanted to go to those nightclubs because that's where those my favorite bands play, like Motley Crue and
yeah,
Guns N' Roses
Wasp.
and yeah, yeah. I always wanted to go to those clubs because
Well, I've never been to California myself. I would only go there, just to visit those places and hang out.
yeah,
But in terms of living there in general, I kind of question that because one, it's expensive to live there, and two, California in general is ultra liberal. When during Trump's presidency, there was some mentioning and talking of them of the whole state of California breaking away from the rest of the United States.
yeah,
Because there's so much, and when you think about the debaucheries that go on within the L.A. Hollywood area, kind of makes you wonder if you like so many people head out there because it's warmer weather and that, and plus the chance to be a star. But some of the people out there who end up being stars, don't really make that dream. Don't see
yeah,
that happening soon. I mean, like there was a song lyric that says it all. All the stars that never were are now pumping gas.
yeah, yeah.
And when you
I'll say,
think of,
if you
yeah,
really want to start, go to Vegas. Go
yeah,
to Vegas.
where Mars Mirror lives.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever watched Mars Mirror's program, by the way, by chance?
I only watched it one time actually. Someone
Yeah.
else picked it too. I forgot who it was.
Oh, yeah.
Only I when
Well,
I
he had
see
a lot of he had a lot of shows like Dirty Rotten Podcast, Friday Night Dynamite, Sunday Night Heat with him and Nikki Nines, and often this dude named VP there a couple times. Him and Nikki Nines are a good pair there.
dude, when I tell you my phone is filled with a lot of channels that people have put me on to, so I don't have enough time to watch them all. I only seen one episode of your channel actually. I'm like,
Mm.
there's so many channels that people put me on to left and right, and it's always a request for me to come on to the channel. I'm like, dude,
Ah,
I haven't even finished watching all the episodes you put on way before I even came on your channel. It's a lot. It's a
wow.
lot. It's a lot.
Well, yeah, I
And
got got lots of them. I got a lot. Like I said, I have more than 900 videos on my channel there.
like Foul Mouth Ken said, you probably have fun over at the Cronin show. And I love Cronin, but
Hmm.
I haven't finished watching his old footage yet. So
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a vlog. So once I really dive down deep and understand what Joe Cronin's about and how he does his show, maybe I'll stop by and say hello, and hopefully, shoot the breeze on wrestling. But it's a lot. It's a lot to watch and investigate on how he is and what he does. What's his yeses, what's his nos. I'm still trying to figure out what makes him tick.
Mm. I'm still trying to find that one episode that Dave has on his channel where JD from NY, Joe Cronin, and Seanzview get into this whole massive heated argument with one another there.
I didn't even know that happened until I was watching the Dave Rose show. I didn't even know that Sean had. I know he's mentioned him on his show how he doesn't
Yeah.
like he and he doesn't like Cronin. I seen him mention it, but I had no idea they actually had an actual full out argument. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, it's been probably the first time JD and Joe have spoken to each other when you think about it, because JD and Joe were co-hosts of the show Out of Nowhere, which is strictly a wrestling talk program, until some issues came up with JD, turning his back and being a flip flopper and here and there. I guess now Jake DeMarco has taken over that spot there, so. He's been there ever since. He's also currently one of the co-hosts of Monetize This.
Hmm.
So basically, there's still, excuse me, my bad. There's still kind of like a little bit of hostility, animosity between JD and Joe there when you look at it there.
Hmm.
Now I know, and also Joe Cronin has a little donation of Seanzview pictures and Seanzview Entertainment. Do you want to see my dick? You want to see my dick? That used to run a lot during the few years ago.
That's the one thing people bash Sean on, and I told Sean I'm gonna be a real friend to you and look past. A lot of people bring that up. Say, "Oh, Sean showed this and da, da, da." I look past that. I look past it. I totally ignore it. After all, what's happened to me, I don't know if you know this, but I was attacked by a troll. I don't know
Oh.
if you know that or not. Attacked
Mm.
by a troll, and I thought it was Scott McKinnon, and then
Oh.
someone told me it was cousin. Someone told me it was Tony from Revere. Come to find out, I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was. I even
Really?
accused, since I was so mad at Sean, I even accused him if it was him, and he said no. I was like, dude, I don't know who hacked my Instagram and showed me those pics. I don't know.
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
know.
dude.
Just
Dude,
say that now.
there's this one troll bag out there who often comes to my channel, and since I haven't heard from him since I put my chat into sub mode, and he often call me and say my face looks like this. You go look like a face. Your face looks like a foot without no toes here and there. You're this, you're that. I just keep blocking him. He come back with all these different accounts. There was a fake Joe Cronin account on there one time, a fake Dave Rose account there one time, even a fake Mars Mira, fake Valmouth Ken, all these fake accounts. That's why we had to put it on the sub mode, and that's the reason why Joe Cronin, Valmouth Ken, and everybody else has that down because of all these troll bags running amok.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I was thinking about did you want? I'm thinking about adding Ken and Foulmouse Network to the show here. See if I can get those on. Is this okay with you, dude?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ken is
I'm.
cool with me.
I know.
Ken,
Yeah, you guys, you hit it off pretty good last night there. Let me see if I can get it on there. It's going to take a while here. Blah blah blah. I'm trying to add, and we can click on the add button here. So far, it's not really letting me. I don't know why there. I don't know why it's not. There we go. Come on. Give it a while. All right. So what we got here? I know Bosey's online. Farmhouse Network's on the line. Okay, I'm gonna add those guys. Him, I guess,
I,
is Filthy Mouth Gamer.
previous Dave Rose on the Foul Mouth Ken show. They were
Oh,
having
that's
a
right. I forgot. Yeah,
they
my
were
God.
having a
Because I listened a little bit. They were just talking about my Kylo Ren picture there.
Mhm.
Saying it because my hair looked like a helmet at that time. Yeah, my hair was kind of frizzed out there. I got off of work earlier that morning, and I was going to go live with Minnesota Vikings fan, but he only turned out they did a replay of a show he did the previous night, and so I was like bummed out, So I was feeling tired as well, so I went to bed there.
Mhm.
But before I went to bed, I figured I'd do a little pictures for my Facebook there, channeling Kylo Ren. Because I always admired his get up there, minus the mask. I
Mhm.
she'll be I don't know, this computer likes to take its old sweet time and getting this shit going there. I'm going to try and let's see if this is going to work here. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, blah, blah.
You want me to add him? Because I
Yes,
can.
go right ahead. Yeah, because my computer's being a bitch at times here.
So you want to add Foul Mouth Ken,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the Farmhouse Network. Because they're live right now. It would add them into the mix here. Let them know, hey, we're all live on my channel. And let's see what goes on. I appreciate that, Prince, because like I said, my computer is being a bitch at times there. I got to
All
clean
right.
that out there. Do one of those duplicate there's where they scan for viruses and all that. I have to do that almost every time I get on the computer here before I start anything up, let alone YouTube or Google Chrome or OBS or Skype.
Anybody else needs to be added, or that was that?
I think that's probably the it so far there. We're still waiting on there to see if they'll answer there. So I'm not. So I wonder what YR is doing. I haven't subbed to his. I was subbed to his channel for a while until he went away to do those shows with Scott McKinnon, and he put his channel on private there. But since he came back, admitted he was wrong for working with Scott. He did it on Dave's channel there, and it says unavailable. Foulmouths are. I don't know why, dude. Hmm.
Because he's live, he's
Yeah.
still streaming, probably.
Oh yeah. Well, I was going to have the whole crew coming onto our side just as well there. I'll join in. Let me see if I can have a try it again there. Hopefully, they'll have a lot more better luck this time here. It's going to take a while, of course, because as I mentioned, it's a slow ass computer there. Probably have to clean it out when we get done with this show here.
Mhm.
I am. All right, give it a couple minutes there. Yeah. Now, because you know I'm doing the Real Spuck TV with Minnesota Vikings, and I'm going to have a little talk with him about giving you a chance to come on on our simulcast together on his channel, my channel. I don't really see why he had to do that, call you all those names when he doesn't really know you that much.
Mhm.
Because, I don't know. But then again, he has a thing, but then again, he has that. That's how he is, I guess. Like he kind of.
The
I
guy that called me, Tony Rivera guy, the one that got called me Tony Rivera.
Oh, the Minnesota Bike, he called you that?
Yeah, the guy you was there when he was on Foul Mouth Ken. He compared me to. He said I was worse than Tony. Remember?
Oh God,
That,
I don't know why. I don't know why he would say that. I don't know why he would say something like that when he doesn't even really know you that well. I mean, like this is for that. This is actually the second time we have actually spoken and we talked, other than that program from last night there. So I don't
yeah,
really understand why he would be like that.
yeah, yeah. Called me Prince from Revere. I'm like, what?
I know.
Like, why?
Oh gosh, so
Like, dude, you know I have beef with him. Why would you even? Why would you throw salt in my wounds? You know how me and him are not getting along right now, and you're gonna sit there and say that to me?
yeah. It's kind of he calls Seanzview Cumview a couple of times there. Yeah, it's obviously not going to. Like I said, I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to probably try to add them. Let's see here. Hmm. I'm going to try this. Give it a few minutes here. Let me see if I can get them on the call here. I'm going to try my phone since it states that we're on the live right now. Blah, blah, blah. Waiting for my phone to come up there. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get on here. Okay, 4 participants. Stupid phone off. It takes a sweet time as well there. Yeah, it says join call on my phone there. I already did there. We're on the call right now. I know sometimes the phone is separate on what the computer is, unfortunately there. I'm going to try and get Ken on the show here and the boys there one more time there. If we are able to, we'll just continue talking about some good old bullshit that what's going on.
Doc, if they don't come on, it's probably because Ken is still streaming.
Yeah, I know.
He's still
Yeah, but
streaming.
well, a couple of times. Well, I did a. Well, I knew I joined in on the Foul Mouse with the Mars Mirror. They were both streaming live at the same time, and I figure I joined in with doing a three-way simulcast. I don't know why there. I figured they would just
Yeah.
add us both there. Okay, try this again. Okay, should we give it up there a few minutes here? All right, one more time. I'll add this here. Let's see what goes on. Hopefully there should be no issues here. We'll just have to see, wait and see. Hopefully we get those guys on the line. It's always interesting to have Ken on the program, whether it's him and me or me with Real Swag TV with Minnesota Vikings fan there. He's been on that show a few times before there. He's always offered a lot of good information, a lot of good stories to tell.
Hmm.
I know we did a show on my channel about last year talking about rock and roll past, present, and future here. Memories of seeing bands, seeing concerts, our memories, here and there. You know,
Miss those days, don't you?
I do, yeah. I'm still waiting for a place called the Concert Pub North to see if they're going to have any bands because they haven't really advertised anything as much. I know Numbers Nightclub in downtown Houston has been open for a past couple months there, but because of my work schedule, not being having a car at the moment, I'm currently have to borrow my sister's car when she's not using it. So we're looking for a car right now as we speak there. And when we get there, I'm going to probably definitely, when I get done from work, head down there, take my party clothes with me down there, change before
You
when I
know,
punch
here's
out
what's
from work.
here's what's funny. I got a good story for you. When I first met the Bullfrog, he was like, dude, he was like, your vibe, your energy is like, it's like being around Vince Neil and Axl Rose at the same time.
Yeah.
So your energy comes off like that. He said, and your mysterious mystique is just like Prince. You're very mysterious, but your energy is wild and off the chain like Axl Rose and Vince Neil.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, he would
Yeah.
say that to lure you in there.
I like to be wild like Vince Neil and Axl Rose, but I like to be very quiet and mysterious like Prince. So I said,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I am. That is true about me.
Yeah.
I can be weird and sneaky like Prince and quiet, and then I can be when I go wild. It's like it's like just like what he said, dude. You just you can be crazy.
Yeah. That is until you find out how Bullfrog really is. You understand he's bisexual, right?
Oh yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I found
yeah, I know. He's been known. He got himself in big trouble by DMing people in on Twitter and Skype saying, "Hey, let's get froggy," like sending all these explicit messages to men and women alike, and he got called out massively on the Monetize This episode 255. Everybody, including a woman named Shell, went off on him. Mr. Nice Guy went off on him. This person went off on him, and but the moment he was on that program, people really disliked him because he was unable to carry his story straight, and yet he acts like he's innocent, like he's the victim. He's played that victim card so many times in the past. There,
yeah, but and I like I said, like you just told me, I hear a lot of bad things about him, but thank God he hasn't done that to me, all that sexual harassment stuff that
I
people
know.
want
I know. The only he always did it. The only thing he said to me was, let's get Froggy on Skype one time, and he did mention on the live on the air, I want to play with Earl's sexy hair. I'm like, really, bro? You moron?
to.
Oh, geez, that idiot. Well, Bullfrog is.
Shouldn't think.
I guess Bullfrog is now nowhere to go. I guess he's probably homeless, as you could say, because he can't go. He's still not allowed on my channel. He's not allowed on Seanzview. He's not allowed on the Kens. He tried calling in 17 times, by the way, last night.
Hmm.
Yes, and
Maybe I thought maybe that's his way of trolling people. This is
yeah.
really sexual harassment, and maybe that's his way of putting his wall of defense. He said maybe if I be like this, it'll make people leave me alone. So you ever thought about that when he
I
does
know.
stuff?
I know. I think what it is that he doesn't really know the routines about how to pick up a date. He claims he's not a virgin, but I think he really is because I'm sorry. I don't care how flaming or gay or straight or bisexual you are. No, nobody want to go to bed with that thing there. That's for sure. I mean, he's not attractive. He's not good looking. He's like a big Van Vader with a big ass belly. He's a combination of Yokozuna and Big Van Vader when you think about it there. And he's lied so many times about this, about that. Like for instance, we have a kid on there. His name is Tommy NC 2010. He was trying to be friends with Tommy NC 2010, but Tommy NC does not like him at all because we all agree that he has given autism a bad name because Bullfrog claims he has autism, the more childlike kind, I guess you call it there. And I don't know who did this, but Bullfrog on a call with me and JB there, who used to host a show called JB Sports Radio last year, he came up with these edited pictures of his head on a woman's body. And this woman was a good friend of Tommy NC 2010. And we were like, wait a minute, that's Tommy's gal pal there. That's not you, Bullfrog. You put your head on a woman's body. And Bullfrog's like a little child saying, no, I lost weight. I swear, I lost a lot of weight. Lying sack of shit. And let's also not forget Bullfrog calling a dude named Awandi, who is Arabic, who lives overseas. He called him a couple times, quote unquote, sand N-word bitch.
Whoa.
He did that on his channel and he did it on Joe Cronin's Throwdown a couple times there. because apparently Wandy was trolling him, calling him on Skype multiple times, and he was like, Joe, make it stop, make it stop. I'm gonna shoot you, Joe Cronin, if you don't make it stop, because he has this idea that Joe Cronin is the fearless leader of this community when he's not. And the thing is, no matter how you try to correct him on this and that, he will not listen. He wants to listen to what he wants to listen to, and he wants to believe what he wants to believe, and nothing else.
Hmm.
You
And I
can't get.
told him, have that problem, but here's the difference. I listen. I actually listen. I
Yeah,
said, your problem. He wants to talk about, not trying to bash him. He wants to talk about my ego, and I need to work on my ego. I said, yes, I have a massive, massive ego, but I don't let my ego control everything I do. I said, your ego controls everything you do. When people try to tell you something, you just say, no, 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 no. I don't lash out when people are trying to help me. I said, everything that you do kind of tells me that you have a massive ego, and you are only going to do what you want to do and not listen to someone that's trying to help you.
yeah.
Big
Dave's
difference.
tried to help him. I've tried to help him. All of us have tried to help him. Ken has tried to help him, but he just
Even trying
dislodges
to help.
it. Yeah,
And that's how our argument started, and he knows that. He knows that. That's how me and him clashed. I called him after we got through with Seanzview, and he said, "Right now, I'm getting ready to go to Cronin." I said, "No, you should not go to Cronin. One, you're banned. Two, he's upset with you, and three, they're only gonna make you feel bad, and you
yeah.
don't like to feel bad now, do you?" He goes, "I don't give a shit. I'm going over there."
He
And
wants the
then he gets
attention. He wants that clout. He wants the attention. He wants to be a part of a show. He wants to be a part of this. He wants to be a part of that. But he does it the wrong way. You just don't come on a show as expecting I'm going to be your I'm going to be your new co-host. No, you're not, fool.
But I was trying to explain to him, dude, it's not worth you going back over there just so he can bash you and curse you out and make you feel like shit.
Yeah.
I said you should remove yourself from that and just do your own thing, which is he probably is doing now. This is what he told me. He said, I'm just going to focus on my channel. I said, that would be best for you, dude. That would be best for you. Focus on the Bullfrog experience. Build up your viewers. Build up your channel. Put out more videos because you barely go live. You barely go live. So,
Yeah. And
fo-
most of the past shows that he did, he got rid of.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I
But
told him. If you need me, and he knows this. If you need me, I'll always be there to help you because I squashed my beef with him. I said, if you need me, I'll help you. I'll co-host with you. I said, that's my promise to you, dude. I'll be there for you. Just don't slander my name. Just don't bury me. Just
yeah,
don't do that.
yeah.
I said, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you. I
Well,
will help
I
you.
got to tell you this story. There was
I
a one.
think
Go ahead.
I think if he just stays in his own bubble, stay in his own lane, he will gain his respect back. He just has to not mention people's name and work on his own channel for a couple of years. I said for a couple of years, for a couple of months, work on your channel. Don't mention anyone's name. Just worry about Bullfrog and the Bullfrog experience, and people will respect you that you're doing your own thing. You're doing your own content. You're making your own videos. You have your own viewers. Just do that. I said work on that, and maybe down the line you end your beef with Cronin, Foulmouth Cam, and all these people. You end the beef, but you have to show them the change you're making. You have to show them that. If you don't show them the change, then they're not going to take you seriously. Show them the change and work on the change. Like work on your
And show him that he needs to show that he is legit because he doesn't do
yes,
that.
yes. I said once you work on yourself and figure out who Bullfrog is, I said don't give him the same old Bullfrog that lashes out and rant. Give him a different Bullfrog. I said, matter of fact, be the Bullfrog that's around his brother. Like be that guy. Be that guy because it
Yeah,
seems like that
Jeremiah
guy is.
Goodson, that's his real name. Be Jeremiah.
Add your real self into your character. I'm pretty sure that would make people like you even more and unban you from all these channels once you start making the change that hey, I'm not gonna be a guy with a big ego. I'm not gonna be a selfish guy. I'm not gonna try to take everyone's spotlight. I'm not gonna make this show all about me. I said if I'm telling him I'm gonna work on it, then why can't you work on it? You telling me to work. I said my promise is I'll work on my ego as long as you work on yours. And I told him, we have a deal? And he told me, yeah, we got a deal. I'll work on my ego, you work on you. I said, I'll fix my problem, you fix yours. And maybe the both of us will become a likable person in this community. But we have to put in the work to change. We have to. If we don't, people won't take us seriously. And that's what I told
Very
him.
true. Amen to that, man. Amen. Same thing with YR. He needs to stop. Stop. Being such a troll, hooking up with the wrong people. He needs to get rid of SC Steve. He needs to get with some people that are legit. Because he's been known to hang around with these losers, like this guy in Detroit who calls himself SEMO, SC Steve, as I mentioned, who likes to start drama, who cannot live a day in his life without having some sort of drama going on with around him there. He's got his. One time he was in the chat of our show. He was like, this show's boring. I want some drama. I want some drama. Like he's got to have that drama 24/7. If he can't have that drama, he's not happy. He's not satisfied. He cannot sleep at night. And plus, Tony from Revere. I mean, come on. I'm sorry. He's a sad case. He's trying to. He's a clout chaser and a half, as far as I'm concerned.
I said, like I told you, I never wanted to have beef with him. Now I have beef with him because he wanted me to stick with Sean. I said, dude, I don't want to stick with Sean because I don't want to be doxxed. That was my argument with Sean, and that was my argument with him. I said, I don't want to be on a show where my information would be put out there. All I wanted Sean to do is what Dave Rose and C-Man want to do. Apologize to Bullfrog and YR, and let's move on. Put the sub mode on, download Discord, control the chat room, add some mods to your show, and let's move on. He didn't
So
want to do that. Or I wasn't going to stick around to get doxxed. I don't want that. I don't want to stick around and get doxxed. So I
which,
said, you
by
know
the
what?
way, brings up another question I was wanting to know. According to Seanzview, he says putting on sub mode is like taking food from his family. How is that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get that. He's trying to build his channel, but then again, you can't build. You got to have sub mode either way because of all these troll bags coming in and doxing people's addresses and phone numbers and everything there. You can't have that going on unless he's trying advocating that because to add controversy. Because as we all know, the three C's of the entertainment industry,
Hmm.
including YouTube streams this as well. Controversy creates cash. When people hear about this program, they're going to tune in, and there's going to be a lot of advertisers coming in. It worked for the Attitude Era and the WWF back in the day, and I guess Sean Sue probably wants that to happen for his channel.
And I want to say this on the air so it can leak back to him
Yep.
since he's not talking to me. Sean, my argument with you is not, I'm not mad that you called me a troll. And this is also directed to Tony. Tony and Sean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm only mad at Tony because you called me a little bitch and you never told me our conversation was supposed to be private. And I felt like he was trying to troll me, Tony. I felt like he was trying to troll me to believe in doxing. That's my argument with me. That you backed up Sean when you came out on the channel and told him yourself to add, I mean to put on sub mode. Ah,
Sub mode.
it's so hard to say sub mode on.
I know, a
And
lot of times.
he even came out and said, put on the sub mode on and download Discord so we can have control over the channel. He said that. You can go back in that video of Sean's Entertainment. Tony Revere literally said, bro, we need to add sub mode. We need to download Discord. We need to add some mods in the channel so therefore no one gets doxxed or no one gets talked about. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of these trolls because it's going to make a better show. He
Yeah.
even said that. I thought he was trying to add himself was trying to add change to the channel. Now that Sean doesn't want to do it, I'm like, why do you have Sean's back when he doesn't want to do it? Like, don't have his back. You should be telling him, no, bro, do the right thing. Apologize to YR. Apologize to Bullfrog. Let's move on. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna stick around for all this doxing and crap. And I told him, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? I thought you wanted Sean to add the sub up on. I thought you wanted Sean to add on Discord. That's what you told him to do. Now you're telling him, fuck it. Like, what are you doing? Now you're both saying, fuck it, we don't need it. I'm like, what do you mean you don't need it? You do need it. Because innocent people who don't even know Sean that joins the StreamYard will be doxxed for no reason.
I know.
That's not a, what kind of show you running here, man? That's
Makes
why I
no
said, you know what?
sense.
I told Tony, you know what? I don't care anymore. Because now my heart is broken. My heart is broken. I said, this is not even entertaining anymore. This is not even fun. I literally texted him in the Skype. I literally said, before the argument that me and him had, I said, you know what, dude? I don't care about Sean's anymore because you guys are having a negative energy going on. And he's like, what do you mean with a negative energy? I told him, look, dude, you don't have submobile on. You don't have Discord. I don't want to be doxxed. That's all. I just don't want to be doxxed. But you thinking, oh, Prince Idol is just mad because he got caught saying he's a troll. That's not my. I don't care if I'm a troll. I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to have fun on the show without being doxxed.
That's
I
true.
don't care. I don't care about that. Call me a troll. Call me a flip flopper. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I just want to have fun. Talk wrestling and be dramatic and be me. I don't give a fuck about me being a troll. I don't give, fuck me being a troll. Who gives a damn if I'm a troll? I don't care. No one cares if I'm a troll. I said, as long as I'm not hurting your channel or hurting you, then who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, Sean's going to have to learn eventually all the ins and outs there, about it when he finds out that the long run, that he probably needs to do all those things there. And I'm surprised he has no mods. He has no mods, correct? No mods at all. Wow, that's a
He's
trip.
trying. He keeps saying he's going to get mods, but I see him go live all the time, and I see no changes being made. But he's
Hmm.
still stuck up on, oh, Prince said he's a troll. Prince said he's a troll. Like, dude, I'm not a troll to hurt your channel. Once again, I'm going to say I'm not a troll to hurt your channel. If you think I'm trying to kill your channel down, you're crazy, Sean. And you know I wouldn't do that to you. He knows I wouldn't do that to you. You talk
Yes.
about,
I
I
think what
want
it
to,
is, I think it is that I think he's kind of stuck in the old ways there. The thing is, I could do it by myself. I could do this by myself, but he's unable to. But I think that kind of ego, that's what's coming into play there.
that's what I told him. If you do it by yourself, that'd probably be a lot better. Like, build your channel by yourself. And if you still want to add co-hosts, that's on him. But if he wants to do it by himself, I think that would be better. I think that'd be best for him if he does
Yeah.
it by himself. He was doing it by himself in the very beginning. So I said, you should go back to doing what you was doing in the very beginning stages when you first had your channel. Because I remember watching him do it all by himself back in 2009. Now that with all this co-hosts on the show, it kind of takes away what Sean does. I said, Sean, you're better off doing this by yourself. You really don't need me. You don't need Tony from Avere. You don't need the Bullfrog. You don't need YR. You don't need these guys. Just go back to being Seanzview. Sean by himself. You really don't need Tony from Avere. You don't need him. You really don't. Because you started your show doing it by yourself. From what I know, from watching from 2009 to 2012, it was just you. No co-host, just you. And I think if he goes back to that, all those fans he had before will come back. If it's just him by himself
Yeah.
doing what he does best.
Yeah, it's true there. You gotta, sometimes you need to go back.
Just talking, Sean.
Yeah.
This is me talking. I'm telling you, go back to the original Sean. You want to reset your channel? How do you do that? Here's the secret, Sean. And might be the last time I help you, Sean. This is the last time I help you. Here's the secret that you don't know. If you go back to being Seanzview by yourself, all those fans you lost will come back. You heard it from Prince Idol, your boy. If you want your fans to come back, if you want over 1,000 subscribers and viewers, how you had it before you left the community, go back to being just you, talking about CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, and doing your thing. But it was just you. It wasn't with you and Tony Revere, me and Prince. No, go back to just being Sean's View, and you will get all your fans, all your subscribers, your Patreon, your donation, your GoFundMe, all that stuff will come back to you. All your fans will come back once they see Sean is just doing it by himself. He's going back to being the original Sean, just Sean. So that's my advice to you, dude. And hope me and you can be friends in the near future. But that's that. That's
All
that.
right. Now we'll let it go at that there for the time being. Let's see if Sean himself, decides to pick up on this and figures, maybe Prince has a good idea here. I still have to wait and see in the long run there. Well, I tried to add a Farmhouse Network, but unfortunately they're streaming live, so they probably don't have. They're deep in the discussion a lot of times there. So Uh, I guess that'll be it for this evening here. Prince
Now he
Idol,
knows.
Prince, go
Now
ahead.
he knows I'm not the bad guy. Now
You're
he
not.
knows I'm
I
not.
know. I never knew. I never said. We never. Well, let me know. I don't consider you the bad guy. I consider you the good guy who got the bad deed done to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and Prince, I thank you for being on my channel here. It was good to having you here.
Thanks for giving me a platform to get that off my chest, man.
I,
Thank you for
I
that.
say I'm here to help, dude. I am here to help. Especially with the people who got wronged, like you did there. And of course, I'm also welcome you to Arkanoy and the Doctor this coming, Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time there. And we'll be doing we'll be discussing the prog rock scene there. Bands like ELP, Yes, King Crimson. We'll be discussing Emerson, Lake and Palmer on our third installment of that series there. Definitely, we'd like to have you as a guest there. Definitely for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right there. Okay, that'll be it for this Saturday evening. I'm gonna probably be see what else is on YouTube there, what's on Twitch there. And Prince Idol, once again, I thank you for Prince Idol, myself, this Dr. Earl. You guys a, have a good rest of your weekend. I would say there.
Have a safe weekend. Have a blessed evening, and we'll see you soon. See
All
you guys
right,
back
and
on here.
okay, you guys have a good one. Bye bye.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, that was a good show.